Opulences are received through two ways. One, through punya karma. Do you understand? Karmamukhi sukruti. One is through karmamukhi sukruti. Do you follow my language? Three types of sukrutis are there. Karmamukhi sukruti, jnanamukhi sukruti, bhaktinamukhi sukruti. You say what? Petty? Petty. Those who had achieved some karmamukhi sukruti, that were doing punya karma, pious activities, they had achieved. They have such petty. So, this path, they get. They get immense material wealth and opulence. Do you understand? So they become proud. I am a great wealthy person, I have so much opulence I am. And this is natural. And because it develops pride. Janma Aishwarya Sruta. Develops pride. Do you understand? So he develops attachment to his wealth, to his opulence, to his family members, all these things, and become very proud. So he cannot become humble. Trunadapi sunichena tarori vasaisnuna manina manadina kirtaniya sada hari Mahaprabhu's. Those who want to do Hari Bhajan, understand my language? Understand? Those who want to do Hari Bhajan, Krishna Bhajan, that means to become, to render loving service unto Krishna. Bhajan means Sravanam Kirtanam Vishnaha, Smaranam Bandhanam Padasevanam, these 9 types. That is bhajana. Understand? Yes. To render loving service unto Krishna, that is Pritipurna bhajan. Those who want to do, they should be like this. Trunadapi sunichina tarori vasaisnuna umanina manadena kirtaniya sada hari. Do you understand? This is Mahaprabhu's teaching. He should think himself that lowest of the low. I am the lowest of the low. Much humbler than a blade of grass lying on the street. That is the attitude, mood of the Vaishnava. Suddha bhajanakari, pure devotee, who is engaged in pure devotion, loving devotion. His mood is like that. He thinks all are Vaishnavas but me. I am the lowest of the low. In the words of Kaviraj Goswami, who is Paramahansa Shiromani, Krishna Jewel of Paramahansas, the compiler, writer of Chaitanya Charitamrita. He says, Purishe rakito hite amise logisto, jagai madhai hoite amise papisto. More nam jai roy, tar hoy punyokhe. He says, I am worse than the worm in the stool. I am worse than the worm in the stool. I am more sinful than Jagais and Madhais. If someone will utter my name, he will be bereft of his pious, results of his pious activity. Do you understand? He says, I am such a rascal, I am such a degraded person, a sinful person, don't utter my name. That is mood. Do you understand? This is Vaishnava, sadhu. He is so humble. Trunadapi sunicha. Much humbler than Plato. And the lowest of the law, all are Vaishnavas but me. I am not Vaishnava, I have no Vaishnavata. All are Vaishnavas but me. And lowest of the law. If a chronological list will be prepared, my name will come at last. At last. Nobody is below me. Everybody is above me. This is the Trunadapi Sunicha Bhav. Understand? This is Vaishnava attitude. No question of false pride, prestige, pride, arrogance. This is demoniac attitude. This is not Vaishnava attitude. This is sadhu attitude. It's so humble. Do you understand? But this so-called aristocratic birth, material opulence, material education, and this bodily vigor, there are impediments in this, developing this. Trunadapi sunicha bhava, mani manada bhava. Do you follow me? Understand me? These are impediments in bhajan. Impediments in bhajan, in path of devotion. So Krishna, Supreme Lord, if he showers his special mercy on somebody, he takes away all these things. So he becomes humble. Do you understand? He will be engaged in pure devotion. Do Suddha bhajan, pure devotion. There are no impediment for him. You understand? That means opulences acquired through Sukruti, Karmukhi Sukruti, that is taken away by the Lord. That Guru Maharaj, Prabhupada Maharaj has said this thing. This is here, says. Dhruva Maharaj, yes. When a devotee is fixed in his devotional service, there is no need for the Lord to deprive him of his material opulence. The Supreme Personality of God never takes away material opulence achieved because of devotional service, although he sometimes takes away opulence achieved by pious activities. Do you understand? By pious activities, Karmukhi Sukruti. If he bestows his special mercy on somebody, he may take away. Otherwise, not a fact that he will take away from everybody. Understand? If Supreme Lord Krishna bestows special mercy on somebody, he may take away his material wealth and opulences achieved through pious activity to bring him into the path of pure devotion. That is special mercy. But who is fixed in devotional service, there is no need of the Lord to deprive him of his material. He is not disturbed. Dhruva is not disturbed, though Dhruva got this thing. You understand? He is a pure devotee. And he never asked for that benediction from Kubera, who could have given him. Do you understand? That is why this is quoted. So in two ways one gets this material opulence. One is Karmukhi Sukruti, another is the special mercy of Supreme Lord. He gets. He gets. And such a devotee will never be disturbed because he has no tinge of desire in the subtlest corner of his heart, thought process, desire for material enjoyment. He is 100% completely absorbed in thought of Krishna. Completely absorbed, completely day and night, 24 hours engaged in the loving service of Krishna. He knows it's all Krishna's opulence. Bhakati Vinoda dekhe, Gorara Sampada. We are singing in Sandhyarati. Bhakati Vinoda dekhe, Gorara Sampada. Bhakti Vinoda Thakur says, this is the opulence of Gauranga. Is Gauranga's opulence, is Krishna Balarama's opulence, is Jagannath's opulence. Yes, because they are opulent. Completely free. Full with 6 types of opulences, all wealth, one of them is God's. Nothing mine. There's nothing to say mine. So opulence comes for his service, for the service of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, service of Krishna Balaram, service of Jagannath coming. Best. This is Krishna's in 2 ways. One gets this opulence. You understand? One is Karmukhi Sukruti, another is Krishna's mercy.